and this is the next game in the Destinies series of games. And these games aren't necessarily related to each other, but they do follow and share the same type of system, which is that they're all competitive, app-guided, story-driven games where players are going to be choosing asymmetrical characters and attempting to complete their destinies. But this is a system that just offers quite a lot of variability, because not only do you have different characters and different scenarios, but the decisions that you make in a scenario, as well as your successes and failures with those decisions, is going to send you down different trajectories that can completely change the outcome of the game. And it doesn't really matter where you get to at the end of the game from a story perspective, as long as you're completing one of those two objectives. But depending on how well you're performing, you might be getting there just a little bit faster than your opponents, and hopefully you're the one to get there first, because that will mean that you have won the game. But the way that the game works is that players will choose a scenario, and then the app will guide them how to set up the boards for that scenario, and then players are going to be taking turns performing different actions. On your turn, you'll be able to move up to 2 tiles, and you'll be able to reveal any unexplored tiles, and each tile is going to have some sort of interaction that players can engage with. And once a player chooses to stop on a particular tile, they'll be able to perform one of the actions that are available there. And in order to do that, you're going to be using the mobile app, which usually is going to present the player with a few different options, each with different skill checks in different types of skills, and players can choose which one that they want to try and perform. And generally, performing well in these skill checks moves you closer towards your destiny, while performing poorly can be detrimental. And not only do these actions potentially move you closer towards your destiny, but they might present different opportunities to gain or purchase different item cards that can grant you special abilities, and they can also gain you experience points, which you can spend to modify your skill tracks. And of course, this iteration of the game is offering more of a horror style theme, where players are going to be able to go up against ancient magics and explore a woodland labyrinth. And if you are interested in this iteration of the game, it is important to note that this will require the base game in order to play, which does mean you're going to have to put in a much larger investment in order to play this new expansion. So if you are able to figure out some way to play the original game, I would highly recommend that, so you understand if this is a game that you're interested in. And if it is, you can find links in the description below.